Salutations everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play the Darkest Dungeon. I'm your host, BrainBoy20. Where we had last left off, we had taken a small group of level 1s, so we're trying to get our supplies and stores back up to a respectable level after a total party kill of a few episodes ago against the Hag. And part of this process is I'm going to start cycling through some of these people, just because I can't necessarily bring them along. I'm also kind of trying to get lucky with the random events, hoping that one of the random events will actually give me something decent. But as it currently stands, Digby, you're fired.
The task ahead is terrible, and weakness cannot be tolerated.
Unfortunately, words were never spoken that were truer. Okay, it is actually time to upgrade the hero barracks a little bit.
Great heroes can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
And the stagecoach has been upgraded to reflect that. So, are you... Yes, you're actually, like, remotely decent. Heck, a duelist's advance is always nice. So yes, you'll be the replacement for Digby in this group.
Elusive, evasive, persistent. Righteous traits for a rogue.
Now we need a good frontliner, so... Is this Crusader decent? Holded Lance, Bulwark of Faith, Stunning Blow, and Smite. You lack Zealous Accusation, but the Stunning Blow more than makes up for it. Welcome to the front lines, Collier.
A mighty sword arm anchored by holy purpose. A zealous warrior.
Welcome to the party. Do we have a decent healer? Also, yes, the Battlefield Bandage actually heals the first 3 rows, and anyone in there. That was my mistake for thinking otherwise. And you can already tell, if you're not interested in this, this is a low-level episode. We're only going to have low-level party members, at least until we can get a decent amount of change together. And we'll be ditching these people. Specifically, we'll be letting this person rest, because resting in the hamlet reduces stress over time. And hoping to get lucky. So Altard, you're getting out of here, and this is basically our group. And as a part of this group, we actually will spend a little money if anyone can actually be, like, made a part of this. And we also need to find a decent mission to undergo. A long one would be fantastic. If only for the amount of gold that it could give. However, I'm kind of obligated to not take that. No one in particular needs any massive upgrades, and we're kind of just hoarding gold to... Do we even have a decent level 3 party? Kind of. Oh, I can't move you around? Regardless, you're gonna get Crusader's Orders, because Crusader's Orders is a fantastic, like, object in general, and something that I should always take. You're slow, so you'll just take the Legendary Bracer. You are actually one of our other primary... Well, technically you are one of our primary damage dealers. Yeah, for humor, we'll give you your brother's head. One of the very many brother's heads. You can't really take anything that I'm even remotely interested in, so we'll give you Barristan's head, and then a Book of Sanity, because we have a few of those still. And then, of course, the Bright Tambourine, just for the stress reduction, and Overture. Yeah, we don't even need the Overture box, we just need something with speed. Which I think we had on you before, and I just forgot what it is. I don't see anything with speed. Unless I want to go with darkness. Yeah, we'll just stick with the dark. We'll stick with assuming that we're actually going to be in the dark at all times. Which is why all this stress reduction stuff is actually very helpful for us. Anyway, provision. Well, we'll provision in a second. Is there any gold I want to spend? Because I really want to start doing champion level missions next. That's kind of what going through all those other bosses was for. Nah, I think we can hold off. We're kind of just going to be doing low level stuff until we can kill the hag anyway, with me basically cycling through everyone as is normal. And wasting sickness actually isn't that bad. I could have taken Groschette along and maybe gotten him up to the point where he could join us for the fight. Anyway, we'll go with provisions. It's a short one. We'll take this for extra healing only. A shovel is usually good. And a skeleton key just in case. Embark! Let's see if I can find anything else on this travel, but it's also a good time for me to actually do a bit of a channel update-ish. There'll be an official one in a couple of days' time, whenever I have time to do it, but that will be explained, because for those who don't follow my Twitter...
To prosecute our war against the swine, we must first scout their squalid homes.
Alright, so... the explanation for what's going on right now is that I'm currently going to be going back to college soon. Because I'm going back to college...
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
I'll be going back to college very soon. Because I'm going back to college, I'm going to have a lot less time to be able to successfully do a lot of the recordings that I've previously been doing on a day-to-day basis, because I'm also working in the afternoons. Now, I can try to record late at night, but we all know how that goes. Usually I'm like stonewalled by my family, just saying that no, I can't be speaking loudly this late at night, for whatever reason. And so because of this, I am going to be trying to do batch recordings on Sundays now, Saturdays and Sundays when possible, while also trying to get a job that might be a little bit more agreeable. Well, that's surprising. Do I want to do retribution already? Or do I want to start crushing? We'll retribution early. But he has no defenses. I would love to try killing one of you, but I highly doubt it'd succeed. We'll start getting closer. Okay, no, that is something I don't like dealing with. The sheer amount of bleed that just went off in a single turn. Yeah. Well, Koliar can begin his smiting. And maybe one more grape shot blast might kill him off. Maybe. Wow. I got to say I'm impressed.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
A dizzying blow is right. Oh, if you didn't roll minimum, you might have actually killed them.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Anyway, in accordance with the fact that I'm also planning on trying to stream, like, ever since No Man's Skies came out, I've been trying to find a decent time to stream, but that's just never happened.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And because of that, well, I haven't had much to do.
Success so clearly in view.
Or it's not.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
You see why I don't like trying to talk over the narrator. I just haven't really had the opportunity to just be able to really try to record.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
And if I did have opportunities to stream, it's mostly that I was way too tired due to jobs and the fact that my friends were also well, one of them in particular, a very pivotal one, has left for college as of recent. Now, since that's done, I'm in a paradox of I have both more and less time from what I'm used to. These things like, no, these things have like low-ish speed. I'm gonna duel the savants. Well, at least Riposta's ready. You all sadden me.
Back to the pit.
You see, Carbano shows you how it is done.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Alright, good.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Get a little food back. We're just gonna unlock this chest, because I highly doubt we're gonna get a secret compartment. I highly doubt it on short missions. And even if we don't, it's not like it's a huge loss. Anyway, in accordance with this, I'm also trying to do a couple of... I've also been trying to do a few game reviews. But I, once again, haven't had a ton of time or willingness to do any of them just because it's been chaotic for about the past month. And will still be so, because I have my, I think I mentioned once before, my brother's wedding is coming up. We've actually had his, like, wedding shower today. And so as of now, I've just been having a lot of fun dealing with all of this. Okay, thank goodness, no diseases.
Executed with impunity.
Well, at least we're getting our crit chance increased. It's just the enemy is having a higher accuracy. Well, why do they have higher accuracy? Actually a decent question.
Eradicated.
I mean, not as questioning as the fact that whenever I crit like that, it's basically the fight's
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
These people have, like, nocturnal. I didn't realize this. Let me take a look. Well, you have a night owl, so I guess that's actually pretty nice for you. Light resistant. Yeah, we only have one person who actually is benefiting from nighttime, but no one who has any, like, actual negatives from it. Anyway, thankfully we don't have any combats up ahead.
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
Alright. Honestly, I'm just using him as the slave for fixing traps, but I know full well it's usually not a good idea. Let's get some food. But that's basically all I have to say in regards to a channel update. Nothing will change much except the fact that if you guys make note of something, I generally will not respond to it video-wise. Even though, admittedly, I've been pretty poor about responding to comments, I've at least been able to modify gameplay changes. Although, I did forget a, discussion of the Jester skill of Finale, where if you're in the front row of melee, you can actually add a massive penalty, but at a huge damage and crit mod, which I definitely should take over Slice Off, because I could definitely make use of that skill, just at least as an opener in combat.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Alright, do you reveal anything? No, you do not. We're just going to go in the opposite direction and casually ignore the fact that there could be any combat here. And the Dark Tambourine, of course, gets a massive buff to stress reduction when you're in the total darkness. Complete and total darkness. Something can be found here. It could be. I'm just gonna get rid of the nasty gash before that becomes another big issue to deal with. But yeah, it seems like we found a jackal. We're close-ish. Little did I know that it's combat after combat after combat. How could I have guessed? Of course, stressful incantation's definitely gonna suck to deal with just because of the massive stress increase. But we can at least try to kill them off piece by piece.
Another one falls.
And there's no bone rabble anymore, so they're down to 2. We can take a couple of hits. It's the stress I'm more concerned with. And maybe, just maybe, when his speed gets up to max, we'll see what we can do here.
Destroyed.
Although Koliar is always proving that he is by
As the fiend
far,
falls,
like the Crusader.
faint hope blossoms.
As much as I rag on the Crusader is actually pretty awesome. Is there another combat right now? So I might as well do a full explore just to see what happens. Yep, combat, combat, combat. Here we go. Oh god, no. How about we don't? This is definitely going to suck as they're going to get the first rounds of combat for the next one as well.
Grievous injury. Palpable fear.
At least the crit chance hasn't risen because they're in the dark. I don't want to duelist advance. But I will do a Great Shot Blast to basically guaranteed kill on each of these. As long as they can be successful. Yeah, we'll just
Be
kill them.
gone, fiend.
Just kill them off piecemeal and let hopefully the ripostes take care of everything.
Well struck.
Excellent. Bello?
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
I don't care how much we screw up the party at this point, we've won. I just need a decent hit. That's all. Can I extinguish the torch? No. Oh, you can't hit him. I guess
Their
it's my mistake.
formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
We lose a little bit of loot, that's all. Bone altar. Why not? Well, that was worthless.
The swine folk's
Just a
labyrinth
little
may
loot,
yet
nothing
prove
else
to
from
be
the
navigable.
Expedition. But I was at least able to like moderately update the channel. But as I was saying like a while ago, it's basically this is the first week of college coming up for me. In addition to the first week of my new work schedule, which may not even last depending on what happens if I get another job or not. But well, we'll see what happens. That is basically what I can sum this up as. We shall see. Now I'm back to the hamlet in the hopes of having something good going on.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
And so far, absolutely nothing. And we don't have any idle jesters, unfortunately, so no one gained a resolve level. Anyway, hope you've all enjoyed watching. This has been BrainBoy 20 with Let's Play the Darkest Dungeon, and I'm signing off. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, or subscribe. That helps out a great deal. And I hope to see you all next time. Farewell.